Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZoZoStockWatch.com, and this is going to be your Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead, October 15th through the 19th of October. Let's go ahead and take a look at the action on Friday for the SPY. Right now, we'll take a look at the daily chart. And Thursday, we had this big sell-off, move down, continuation move of this sell-off here from Wednesday. We continued to push down. But on Friday, we got a little bit of a gap up, and the bulls recovered a bit on Friday. Now, if you can see on my intraday chart here, the 5-minute chart of the SPY, I'll make it larger for you. So at the open, we pushed down. We basically hung around this green solid line you see on my intraday chart, which is equal to the 200 SMA off the daily chart. So you see a lot of backing and forthing there at the 200 SMA. Then finally we started to sell off, and we thought, all right, here we go. We're going to retest the lows from Thursday right back here. That never happened. We made a higher low here, and then we kind of double bottomed, and then we pushed up into the close on Friday. So I guess bulls can kind of rest their hat on this, and then into the close in the after hours, we were actually moving up a little bit more. So we're going to have to see how the futures open up tonight to get a full feel to see if this is going to continue to push us up in the markets. So let's go ahead and look at some of the markets and what went on for the week. Obviously, volatility was back. For the week, we had the VIX up almost 44%, or this VIX, the short-term futures was up about 28%. I'm sorry, up 20% for the week. We had gold getting some buying, Nugget and JNUG both up about 17, 18%. We had gold itself, the GLD was up 1.25% for the week. To the downside, down. We had most of the sectors down for the week. Most of them down 5, 4% for the week. So I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm sure you know what's going on. The Qs were down 3% for the week down here. But like I said, on Friday, though, the bulls did try to make a stand here. Now, if we do break this 270 area on the SPY, right, let's not forget those lows back in February. You can see that kind of on my daily chart with the yellow line. Now, I'm not predicting. I never predict the market, all right, but I would think if we start breaking 270, maybe we are going to come back and test these February lows. That is a possibility. Not saying that's going to happen, just throwing it out there that it could be a possibility. But for right now, we're holding above 270 on the SPY and trying to get back over the 200 SMA here, the green moving average you see right there, and that green line. So we'll see if we can get some kind of continuation move back in the markets for the week ahead. Now, coming up for the week ahead, that might make that happen is that we have our economic information that comes out. FOMC minutes is the main thing that I'll be watching on Wednesday, the 17th. Could get some kind of market reaction here. 2 p.m., the FOMC minutes. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward for economic information. Now, we do have the China CPI and PPI coming out on Monday evening around that 9:30 mark. Also, we have some Fed speak coming up in the next few days. On the 18th and the 19th, we have some Fed speak. But other than that, we are pretty straightforward. Now, from Japan on Thursday night, the 18th, we get their CPI to see how if there's any inflation, if inflation is raising any red flags there for those economies. Let's go ahead and look at the most important thing coming up for the week ahead. And earnings season is going to be back in full force here for the week ahead and the coming weeks. So Bank America will be reporting before the bell on Monday, BAC, and then before the bell on Tuesday, we get Goldman Sachs, Johnson & Johnson, Morgan Stanley. Netflix is a big one for Tuesday after the bell. So Netflix will be reporting. We get PayPal after the bell on Thursday. They have a deal going on with Walmart, the kind of a partnership right now with Walmart. So good news there for PayPal, but their earnings come out Thursday after the bell. We get Cliffs reporting. Friday before the open, CLF, Schlumberger, Honeywell, Procter and Gamble, Abbott Labs back to Wednesday. Alcoa will be reporting. So a lot of big names, but to me, the biggest name right now for the FANG stocks and for the tech stocks, I guess, will be this Netflix. Let's see how their earnings do, how the subscribers come in, and that, I guess, will kind of maybe set the tone for the markets. Now, a lot of banks reported this past Friday. We had JP Morgan, Citigroup reported, WFC also reported earnings. PNC reported earnings before the bell on Friday. So as you can see, kind of a mixed bag there with those banks that reported earnings this past Friday. Not too much news. This courtesy from the trade exchange, the folks that brought you that really nice calendar. So not much news about China over the weekend or political news. So let's see. PayPal will let customers deposit and withdraw cash at Walmart stores. That coming from CNBC. Some top insider purchases after hours that came out from Friday. LGCY, GCP. DSPG, NYRT. And then we got some offerings also after the bell on Friday. URGN 250 million shelf, NTLA 100 million shelf, PGNX 250 million shelf, and PGNX that one 75 million with Cantor. Let's see. That's pretty much it for the news. Let's UK and EU pause Brexit deal negotiations. So that came out over the weekend. Once again, this news courtesy of the trade exchange. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the worst and best stocks for the week. We'll start with the worst ones. And, there were a lot of, because the market was down so much, a lot of worst stocks, but trying to give you the worst of the worst, I guess. So Pets was down about 9% this week. MNTA also dropped about 24% for the week. BGNE, this stock dropped 15% for the week. Ford was down an additional 5% this week, and that is a real ugly weekly chart that you're looking at there on Ford. And then GM breaking down also below the 200 SMA here on GM. That stock dropped 7% for the week. FLR, this stock had came out and warned about their earnings. This stock dropped about 20% for the week on FLR. TNB stock dropped 28% for the week. Some of the airlines took a beating this week. American Airlines dropped 15%. JetBlue also came down 10% for the week. LUV also pulled back 6% for the week. Schlumberger and Halliburton were also down about 5-6% for the week. Nike was down about 5% for the week. Caterpillar got hit this week, down 7%. Boeing also dropped about 7% for the week. UTX had a move down about 7% for the week. CVX, an oil stock, down about 6% for the week. Like I said, the banks, after their earnings came out, JP Morgan for the week was down 7%. Citi was down 4% for the week. Bank America, which has earnings coming up this Monday before the bell, this stock was down for the week about 6% on those banks. Qualcomm in the semi space down 10% for the week. Roku taking a hit this week. Bounced back Friday, but down about 10% for the week on Roku. SQ also dropped 21%. We bounced off about that $68 area for SQ, and but still for the week was down 21% for the week. TRVN, concerns raised in respect to both the safety and the efficacy of their treatments. So this stock dropped 72% for the week on TRVN. BOLD, they did an offering. Stock dropped 24%. KPTI, also 150 million offering, down 16% for the week. ABUS, delay in phase one on ABUS, so stock dropped 54%. Let's see what else we had. IMDZ, this stock dropped 42% for the week. Phase two, some issues with their phase two product. So this stock down 42% for the week. And then lastly, AFMD, phase one trials placed on hold. So that stock dropped 19% for the week. Over there in some of the best stocks now, GDX, the gold sector, this was up 6% for the week. ABX had a nice week, up 9% for the week. AG, also another gold stock, up 9% for the week. GG, this stock climbed 8% for the week. PYX, over there in the cannabis space, a nice 53% pop for the week, and actually that was a nice one this week. We got several trades and moves in that one. PYX, that stock moved up 53%. YGYI, another cannabis play, up 83%. Corey was up big this week. Was acquired by Gurnet Point Capital. So Corey is off the table. That was acquired. Corey jumped 41%. Here came out with some positive comments for their earnings. So that stock moved up 17% for the week. CRMD also climbed 74% for the week on CRMD. As you can imagine, TIVX was up for the week on TIVX, and UVXY was also a nice climber there, up 29-30% for the week on UVXY. So both of those volatility plays did nicely. Now, we didn't do any kind of swing trades in these, but we traded them intraday, and also TZA was pretty good. That was up 17%. When the IWM moves down, all right, the small caps move down, the TZA moves up, and this is a nice little instrument for intraday trading, the TZA. ACRX, the FDA voted in their favor. They got a 10-3 vote, so this stock for the week was up 37% for the week on ACRX, and that's some of your best stocks for the week. So basically, the action on Friday, the SPY gapped up, then it gave away the gains, and then it managed to make a comeback by the end of the day. So I guess the bulls can hang their hat on that. We're going to have to see how these bank earnings come out on Monday. Bank America will be reporting, like I said, so we'll have to see if that can carry the market further up if we get a continuation move. And we closed right around that 200 SMA on the SPY. Market worries right now. Like I said, we have a lot of earnings coming up for the week ahead. We still have the China tariffs trade war on our plate. We also have Italy, and the bond yields are some things that the market's worried about. I guess you could call this an inside day for Friday on the market, so that's a positive note. And right now, I would say we're in a trader's market. All right, very hard to do swing trades right now. Maybe if you wanted to try a swing trade, you can go up against the lows that we just kind of put in. So if you're looking to do some swing trading, say you got in this square, you can either go on the low of this candle for your stop, say 71.52, or if you want to give it further space, you could take the lows, these most recent lows, all right, which was $65, and kind of play it up against that. Now that would be a big stop. Or if it makes a continuation move up, right, if you can get up over that $75 area. And I'm just giving an example of how maybe you can do a swing trade. If we take out the highs here from Friday, and then you could kind of put your stop in at that $70 area, or the low of this previous candle for some swing trades if you want to try some. But we're not out of the woods yet with the market. we may still get a little more backing and filling. Now, like I said, I think, if we don't get back over this 200 SMA in my mind in a hurry and hold above it, things could get dicey, and maybe we come back and test these February lows. Now, nobody can predict what the market's going to do. Trump or any kind of political news can come out this week and say, the United States and China are in talks and close to making a deal with their tariffs and whatnot. And also the EU and the United States could also make a deal, and that could push the markets higher. So some things to look out for in the markets in the days and I guess weeks ahead. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of the stocks I'll be watching for Monday and I guess the next couple of days. And then each night I do a video of stocks to watch. So check back with my YouTube channel, and each night I'll have different ideas for you. But right now, most of these right now are just day trades. All right, we're a day trade, swing trade service at ZoZoStockWatch. So right now, gonna have to see how the market, handles itself for the next couple of days, and we'll see if we can do some swing trades. But right now, I'm just looking at some stocks for day trades only. First one up, ACAD, held up actually pretty well on Friday, 1.9 million shares, trying to get up over this $22 level, getting back above the 200 SMA. So ACAD. ACRX had some news after the bell. On Friday, they were pushing this one up. It's basing just below $5. This one gapped up. So that'll be on watch. AGRX also will be on watch. Now, these little under $1 names have actually been moving up nicely. Ears is another one that I have on my watch list. But we were watching this one from about 70, 80 cents. And you got the nice pop over $1. So keep an eye on some of these under $1 names. Like I said, AGRX is one that we'll be watching. Ears is another one that we'll have our eye on. Another stock I'll be watching, ALDX, after moving up all the way over $16, has pulled back, holding above the $12 area here. So I'll be watching ALDX for the Monday and the days ahead. Also watching, some of the bigger names like AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, to see if that can turn and have a continuation move. Now, the 10 SMA on this stock is up at 27.43. So I'll be watching maybe over that 27.50 area. Maybe things will make a nice move up. Like I said, some of the cannabis stocks were holding up well. CGC holding up very well here. Has that $50 area. CGC, keep an eye on that one. CRBP. Now, these are all in the ETF, the MJ. And as you can see, it's kind of flagging and coiling here on the MJ, the ETF, marijuana ETF. But some of the names from there, like that CRBP, that looks interesting too to me. So you can keep your eye on the MJ, the ETF, the CRBP, Crone, another cannabis play, trying to hold over this $9 area. So I'll be watching that intraday. GLBS should be trading Monday, reverse split. I believe it's a 1 for 10. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it's Monday, the 15th. It should be trading. It's reverse 1 for 10 split price. So I don't know if anybody remembers ALT, but this did a 1 for 30 reverse split. And reverse split means that they're pulling shares out of the market, okay? And that'll make the price go up. Well, this one did a 1 for 30 reverse split. It moved up over $30. So I don't know if we'll get the same reaction in GLBS, but keep an eye on this one on GLBS. Might be trading this Monday, I believe. Like I said, that 1 for 10 reverse split. Gold stock, if you want to keep some gold stocks on your watch, this stocks. Goro, a little under 700,000 shares, but moving up, making this turn back up. Keep an eye on that. Here, they came out with positive comments on their future earnings. So this one looks maybe interesting over 21. We'll try it for an intraday right now. Intel looking maybe for a bounce back in this name. As you can see right here, we're still below the 5 EMA here on Intel. 5 EMA currently is 45.38. So keep an eye on this one. Maybe they kind of double bottom here, want to reverse it back up. JNUG, if you're interested in the gold names, keep an eye on this. JNUG has that $9.20 area for JNUG. LEVB, this is also being touted as a cannabis play, has $5 up ahead, got as high as 507, so maybe that 510 area. We'll see how it sets up intraday. LGCY, this is an oil and gas name. They had insider purchase, all right, courtesy of the trade exchange. It's gotten a lot of insider purchases lately on this LGCY. So I'll be watching it, see if it can clear up and over maybe 510, 520. Not a lot of volume in it though, so we'll see on that one. MU maybe trying to double bottom here on Micron, trying to turn back up. So keep your eye on MU. NAC, a small little. Now, once again, an under $1 gold name. This one is a gold stock. NAK may want to turn the corner and move up if gold continues to move up. NBEV also could be a possible cannabis play, cannabis beverages. Keep an eye on that. PYX will also be on my watch for this week. We got quite a few good trades out of it the past week, so keep an eye on that. Now, it can be a little bit spready, so you cannot play it with huge shares because it can back and fill on you, but PYX can make nice moves. TLRY on the daily looks very interesting here. Now, intraday, it's a very dangerous stock because it's pretty whippy, and it has spreads in it of about 50 cents, sometimes a little bit larger. So once again, a very low share trader on this TLRY if you're going to trade that one. TNDM, they were moving up after the bell on Friday. They had some news come out, so keep your eye on this TNDM. It had a big, nice, huge run, pulled back a little bit. We held the 100, we held the $30 area. Now this news came out and it pushed up to $39. So that one will be on watch definitely next week. Another stock that's being touted as a cannabis play, TRPX, has that 550 number up ahead, has the 10 SMA up ahead. Keep an eye on that one. Would like to see a little stronger volume come into it. VKTX, this one popped all the way up to $24. Now we're holding above the 50 SMA here on VKTX, maybe trying to turn the corner. Keep an eye on that one. VTGN held up very well. Friday, trying to get up over that $2 area, 205 area. Watch this one intraday. Looks interesting. XLE will be on watch for a possible bounce. Now, this could be a possible swing trade, right? XLE, you had a bottom here. We made another bottom back here. We held that $72 area again. Now we got the green candle. Buyers showed up around that $72 area. So keep an eye on XLE. XOP also, right? Trying to make another bottom here, holding this $40 area, XOP, so maybe a possible swing trade in that. And then lastly, now this has made a big move up. YGYI would need a pullback in this one, but intraday I'll be watching this one. Once again, this one can be a little bit spready, so be careful if you're trading this one intraday. But like I said, it's definitely extended. 6.4 million shares, though, came in on Friday. We'll see if it sets up intraday for Monday. All right, this is Mike from ZoZoStockWatch.com. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for the support on the channel. And we'll be back at it on Monday night with another video for Tuesday, Stocks to Watch. This is your Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead. I hope you're more ready for the week ahead than you were before. Have a great day trading tomorrow.